65 million people, 1 out of every 8 Americans, receive food benefits. And when researchers looked at how that money was being spent, they found that the average SNAP household, gets this, buys more soda, candy, desserts, and junk food than the average household that actually pays for their own groceries. I mean, think about that for a second. The people paying for the program are stretching their own budgets, buying store brand and necessities, while the system is allowing people to buy Oreos, chips, energy drinks, and protein tubs on taxpayers' dime. And the justification that's being used here to defend this is absolutely wild. You got politicians saying, well, for every $1 spent on SNAP creates $1.80 in economic activity. Well, okay, but that doesn't mean it creates value. If I hand you $1 and then you hand that dollar to somebody else, we didn't magically make more money. We just moved the dollar around. That's not economic growth. That's just circulation. And if that logic worked, we could simply put the entire U.S. budget into food stamps and boom, instant prosperity, baby. Obviously, that's not how reality works, and they're just lying to all of us. Meanwhile, there's widespread fraud that everyone knows is happening, flipping benefits for cash.
I am so happy to finally see so many people coming to the realization that all of this EBT, SNAP, food stamp stuff, a lot of it is a complete scam. And I know this might sound weird, but I am actually thankful for all of these ghetto ratchet people who have been uploading these videos, making threats, warning that they were going to rob and steal. All of them who have been bragging about their food stamps and showing off all of the food and sugary snacks they got. I am grateful, extremely grateful, for every person who put out one of those videos that I've been showing you for the past couple of weeks. And the reason I am so grateful for them is because they're vile, ghetto, loud, disgusting, repulsive, obnoxious behavior has led to people actually waking up and noticing that there's a huge problem with food stamps and government assistance in general in this country. Hard-working Americans are realizing that the system is ass backwards. And people who work hard for a living, they're having money taken away from them so it can be given to people who want to live for free. Hard-working Americans are realizing that non-working Americans who do absolutely nothing and provide absolutely nothing are getting a free ride. And not only are they getting a free ride, they're eating better. They're living better. They're going to the grocery store, filling up their carts to the brim. And then they got 2 or 3 kids with them that have their own grocery carts, just multiple grocery carts filled to the brim. While hard-working Americans are constantly having to make decisions in grocery store aisles. Okay? The EBT queens do not know what it's like to, hey, maybe I can't get this box of cereal. Or maybe I got to get the generic brand. Maybe I got to make these financial decisions. Americans are making financial decisions in the grocery store aisles. As the EBT queens who do not work, who do not do anything but cause problems in our communities, they're walking around with filled carts. And all of the bragging and boasting they've been doing, all it's doing, it's waking people up. For the last couple of days, since the government shutdown has ended, I've been sitting here watching nonstop EBT dance videos. It's become like a new trend on TikTok. Just like how they were trending, talking about how they were going to rob and kill everyone. Now those same exact people are doing dances in their kitchen while holding packs of chicken and meat and freaking Twinkies and honey buns. And they're doing dances and stuff, bragging and showing off. These are the people that we were supposed to feel bad for a couple of days ago. These are the people that were threatening to kill us last week. Now they're all dancing, showing off their groceries. And they've been bragging about how they're finessing the system, how they're committing fraud, and how they're scamming the system. It's also been revealed that there are like over 50,000 people that we know of so far. I'm sure the numbers are way higher. There's 50,000 dead people at least that are still receiving food stamps. Who do you think is getting that money? And then you got millions of households that are getting double stamps. So not only are they getting paid monthly, they're getting paid twice monthly because they're scamming. And all of this has led to the government, and when I say the government, I don't mean the whole government, but some members of our government are finally starting to do some digging and doing some looking into the whole SNAP benefits and EBT and all of that stuff. And you really don't have to do much digging to figure out that there's a huge problem. Now, personally, I've known there was a huge problem for years. But you see, I grew up in an area with a lot of black people. I grew up with and around a lot of black people. And I mean, it's just common around me. You'll go on social media and these EBT queens will be selling their food stamps right on Facebook. Literally selling food stamps on Facebook Marketplace. Doing trades. Hey, you braid my hair in exchange for $400 in food stamps. People using their food stamps to buy a bunch of food and ingredients that they use to make plates and then resell. All types of stuff has been happening right out in the open for years. This stuff was not hidden. Maybe it was hidden from you because you weren't around certain people, but if you were around certain people, then this is just common knowledge. Apparently, it's not common knowledge for a lot of people in the government. Most of these are rich, privileged people that have no idea what's really going on in the world, sadly, and that's why so many politicians are ignorant and stupid and make dumb decisions. But a lot of them are starting to dig and they're realizing there's a huge problem. And all over the internet, EBT queens are exposing the problem themselves by making these videos, bragging about how they game the system, how they scam the system. They literally make tutorial videos teaching other people, hey, here's how you lie on your application to get more food stamps, right? So not only are they scamming, they're bragging about it. They're scamming out in the open. They're bragging about it and talking about it all the time. And I've been telling you for a while that I've heard some rumblings going on behind the scenes that some things are going to be done. There may be a massive I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like there may be like a massive revamp when it comes to EBT. I think they're going to make people I think there's going to be a harder application process here in the near future. That's something that they're talking about implementing. A harder application process. So there's going to be a lot of people who are cut off of food stamps. But not just that, from what I hear, there's investigations going on. Some people are going to be hit with charges, including people who have been making these videos that I've been showing you, threatening to hurt people and kill people for groceries, and like I said, teaching other people about how to scam the system. Some of these people are going to get hit with charges. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and now, I haven't seen many people say this, but I've seen a couple of videos come out now of EBT queens saying, hey, you guys be careful making the TikTok videos. I was making TikTok videos bragging about this and telling people how to do that, and now I've gotten cut off of food stamps. And now the government is saying that I owe them thousands of dollars. So yes, some of these ignorant people in these videos that we've been watching, the government is watching too. And not only have they been cut off of food stamps because of these videos, now the government is like, hey, you basically openly admitted that you did not need these food stamps. We need our money back. So there are people out there who say, hey, they now owe the government $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 because they basically got caught committing food stamps fraud. And when I say they got caught, they basically told on themselves on TikTok. In fact, I have one of the videos right here that I want to show you. Before I roll that video, though, I need a favor from you all. It takes 1 second. It's not hard. You probably don't even have to get up or do anything. All I want you to do is hit the like button. When you come here and enjoy the videos, please hit the like button. Don't be as lazy as these EBT queens, okay? Just simply hit the like button. And if you got time, maybe share the video, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you really like the videos and you appreciate the work that I do, I always do my best to bring you guys multiple videos a day across multiple channels. So if you really appreciate that and you want to show even more support, you could always support me by sending a small donation via Cash App or Super Thanks, always greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this clip and let's be right back with more.
So y'all remember that time that I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps? Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000. They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back. So y'all, watch what y'all put on the internet because everything is not for the internet. And I learned that. Now I'm sitting here stuck, hungry as fuck, no food. And I don't got no fucking $35,000, so I don't know where they think I'm about to get that from.
You know, I was going to say that she effed around and found out. Because it sounds really good when people say that, right? F-A-F-O. F around and find out. But I think that maybe we need to change that phrase, or maybe not use it as often as we do. Because what I'm starting to notice is I often see people effing around, but I do not see the finding out part. And what I mean by that is, yeah, sometimes you see people effing around, and then you see the consequences to them effing around, but they don't really learn anything from it, right? They don't really find out anything from the consequences that they received after effing around. And this woman is a perfect example of that. She effed around, and she was supposed to find out, but when getting cut off of food stamps and the government saying, hey, now you owe us $35,000, right? Instead of her using that as a wake-up call to maybe change her ways, right? Instead of finding out, what does she do? She kind of just doubles down. Oh, I got kicked off of food stamps and now the government says I owe them $35,000 because I'm sitting here filming these ghetto bonnet videos, right? And her response to effing around and finding out is, oh, well, I'm going to film more ghetto bonnet videos. And I'm going to complain. I'm going to have the largest bonnet, the most obnoxious bonnet I could find on possible. And I'm going to make my bonnet videos as you listen to the smoke detector chirp in the background, as you listen to the beautiful sounds of the ceiling birds coming from the fire alarm in my living room or in my hallway. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, she effed around, and yeah, you could make the argument that she found out because she got cut off of food stamps and she got the $35,000 fine. But she didn't really learn anything from it. She didn't gain anything from it. She's still at square one. Doesn't have food stamps, owes $35,000, but the smoke detector battery has still not been changed. And she still hasn't gotten the wake-up call that, hey, maybe filming these ghetto bonnet videos is detrimental to your life. There's nothing to gain. There's only something to lose by you filming these videos in your bonnet as we listen to your smoke detector chirp in the background. So I'm watching this and I'm happy that this happened to her, honestly. I think this should be happening to many more people. I'm hoping that we see more videos start to pour out like this, because then we'll know that something is actually being done. I don't think we should go back to how things were last month or the month before, after seeing what we've seen over the past couple of weeks. After seeing them threaten to kill us if they don't get food stamps, and then immediately get food stamps and go buy a bunch of ice cream and soda and dance with it in front of their refrigerator, yeah, something needs to be changed. A lot of these bonnet-wearing bimbos must be cut off of food stamps. And hopefully, they'll learn something from it. But I'm not confident that they will. However, for now, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.